Hello, this is ResilanBearcat, and welcome to our Apollo Let's Play series of Dyson Sphere Program. We are picking up here with Dyson Sphere Program and our Apollo Let's Play series. And I'm going to just kind of do a little turn around here. As you can see, I've reworked this slightly. This is the same basic setup that I had, but I did balance things out and figure out what I had done wrong. The items, I had actually calculated this based off from making 1 per second, and then I put these things in here, and for some reason, when I looked at this right here, I thought that I needed each one of these, one of every one of these as well as this, in order to actually burn, to do the science lab. But nope, that's not the way it works. So I just took after I had scaled up and I was producing 2 per second of each type of science here, or I then run this into the research labs. So we are producing, of the white cubes, we are producing 2 per second. And then there are a grand total of 30 of these. And the way that the configuration works here is, if I just come right down here and look at this, I've got 2 stacks, one on the left and then one on the right, and then they feed the research in the middle. It doesn't quite need the entire stack to burn them up, but it looks better with a stack of them up like that. So that's the basic structure of what I have for the 2 per second. It takes 6 blue, 12 red, 20 yellow. I believe it is 24 blue, but I'm not real sure. No, it's 16 yellow and 20 purple. There we go. And then I've got a total of 36 green, because I'm also producing space warpers. And so I'm producing space warpers and throwing them out. Now that has quit producing, and some of the green will quit running for a while. That's okay. It's all set there to produce as much science as I need. And that's what I'm actually in the process of running. And then I've got some research here. We're about to do mission completed. So for this episode, now that I've got my science redone, what I am going to do here is I'm headed over into where my mall is, and we're going to pick up some items from the mall and head out into our next component. We still have some science here that needs to be picked up. Interesting. All of that is set to supply. Let's go ahead and clean up while we're here. I just can't leave it like that. We'll pull that out of there. Okay. And of course that means that is completely full. Throw that in there. Let's see if I throw that in there. Yep, that's full now as well. And I think what we'll do here, just simply because I need it, let's throw down a planetary logistics system here. So we're just doing a little bit of cleanup here. I'm gonna throw that right there. And then what I'm going to do is put my cubes down here. There's blue, there's red, there's yellow, there's purple, there's green. Okay. It's going to be more than what I can fit in here. There we go. Let's see. Clear and reset that. A little bit of each one of these items. And then there's 5,000 of each of those. Blue and red are not going to fit. Everything else will. So here and set. It's going to be green. Let's take the yellow. We'll throw these things in here. Interesting that it doesn't. Now it's powered. There we go. And a few items here. So what I'll do now is I will throw this right here. I'm going to take this. We'll throw that in there like that. We'll throw that there. One cube of 200. So I got most of them. There we go. Pick that up. And then what we'll do is we'll just, oops, we'll click this right here. And that will fill up the blue cubes. Now I find it interesting that those were not completely full. And then what I will do is oh nope, that doesn't work. Okay. With that being the case, I have no idea what I will ever do with those, but they are there and they are supplied if I decide that they are needed at some point in time. And then let's see what's right here. We do have a few of these things in here and a few of those things. So there we go. That's just a little bit more cleanup. Now let's get started. We're headed back out of here, just kind of mining operations here. We've still got a little bit of coal coming in here. We've got copper feeding in there. These items are feeding stone. Quite a bit of stone being fed. That's iron right there. Okay. With that being the case, wait a minute. Oh, well, look at there. I had that one backwards. So now it's feeding. Very good. All right. And that one is going to supply a few more items until it's done. Very good. Now, let's go find our mall. Where is our mall? Somewhere right over there. Now what we're going to do, we're going to go resolve these things right here. This is the next piece of information that we want to resolve. I want to get those things fixed. So what we're going to do is come over here. Now at this point in time, we've got some artificial suns, which are being produced, and we've got some vertical silo launchers. We're going to take with us 10 of these. I don't know how many we're going to do. And we're going to take 20 of, actually I'm going to take 20 silos as well. 20 silos, 20 vertical launchers. And then as far as the antimatter goes, I'm not producing any antimatter rods. Yeah, somewhere I am. I'm producing antimatter. I don't know if I'm producing antimatter rods anywhere, but I am getting antimatter. So we'll deal with that wherever we land. So those are two items that I want to take with me. And then other things that I want to take with me. We're in the process of producing more of those all the time. I've got plenty of those. I got plenty of the exchangers here. So what we'll do, we'll come back here. I don't need any more science items at the moment. Do I have any science items? I'm looking to see if I have any science labs. I do, right there. There we go. I've got some orbital collectors, and we may use those somewhere. We've got plenty of power items. We've got a few chemical plants, and we could potentially use more chemical plants. Let's see. Let's throw those in there. And then we've got the miniature particle colliders. And I believe that is right here. There we go. We are set. So we're heading up into space. And what we'll do is you see that we've got a number of different places. We got things over here. We got things over here. Arrakis. We've got AV Persona, and we've got Iota or Iota. I absolutely have no idea where. Let's see. Let's put this in here. And you can see now when I hover over this, it shows me the two places that I need to go. So what we're going to do is go to the one that's the closer of the two. We'll unlock this and get this heading over here. Let's get our speed up so we can coast in when we get going. There we go. And we'll start the warp process. So we'll warp over here to wherever we're going. We're just about to finish up the universe matrix. We're going to get a couple more items queued up and then go from there. But we're going to resolve these errors and warnings that I have up here before the episode ends. That will be the next piece of the thing that we do, is get in there and just get these resolved. And then we're going to get back to building our Dyson Sphere. We have everything researched, so we can bring our Dyson Sphere in, and then we will be creating the foundation, basically putting the blueprint down that I've put together for the Dyson Sphere in the next episode. And then we're going to get busy trying to build that and the resources that we need to do that. So there'll probably be a number of other components that are needed for that. But we're going to build a Dyson Sphere, and that will be the conclusion of this series. When we get the Dyson Sphere built, we're going to call this series, this will be my first playthrough with Dyson Sphere, we're going to call it complete. I think it's going to take several more episodes to get there, but we are getting there slowly but surely. We're about to run out of power. We're also getting close. Let's see if we can get within a few AU here. Alright, we shut the engine down and we were just about out of power. So let's see which one of these stars as my... I'm not sure which one it is. I don't think it's that one. It seems like it's that one right there. Yes, it is. There we go. We can see it. Very good. 2 AU. We should be there pretty soon. 1,500 meters a second. A couple of AUs will just take a couple of minutes here. We're going to get to see speed all the way on up to 1,700. Let's get something else in the research queue. Let's figure out what we're going to do next, since we're about to finish up we're about to finish mission complete here. We're at 97%. But we're going to go into the upgrades, and one of the things we want to do, since we're doing a bunch of warping around, let's do this one right here. Let's increase the warp speed next. And then let's see, vanes utilization. That'll make things last longer. This will make it, and that'll make it get there faster. We're going to do that one second. Logistics station cargo count, we'll hold off on that. And then carrying capacity. Those will be the next ones we do. All right, that's kind of setting there. And I missed my planet. Let's turn around and head back in here. You can see where we need them at. All right. While we're putting down the solar panels, we finished mission complete. Look at that. We have finished up the mission here. that is one of the major milestones in the game. Very good. We have a pretty impressive process here now. We have completed all of the research. So we'll continue upgrades with the white sides. We'll just continue that as we're running, so it won't be anything fast, super fast, but it'll get the job done. Look at this. I believe that is going to be all of those. It is. Okay. Now then, we've got to go to the next system. Let's see. Before we leave here, I'll show you guys what we're doing here. We're simply mining here. If you look at this, we are pulling out various different things. We've got coal and silicon being mined right there. Well, let's see here. We've got 2 items coming out right here. So right here we got coal and silicon in that one, coal and silicon in that one. So there is literally no difference between the 2 of them. I've just got 2 of them being shipped out. The minimum load of the drones, I actually am going to go up to 100% on these. They are warping a very long way. I'm going to tell it to ship an entire container full. That'll be several thousand in those, but that'll actually, you know something? I've got plenty of space warpers, and that could possibly mean that I might break something. I hadn't tested that change. Let's leave that in there. All right. With that in mind, here we go. We're headed out into space. Let's get out here. We don't have to go very far. We want to hit right at that item right there, and we're going to go resolve this one. Ooh, I didn't get my power built back up. I don't have to warp very far. So we will just let it build up here for a moment naturally, and then we'll go through that. So once we get this particular component built up, what we have is our next piece that we need to do is we've got to build the, so if we come over here to, oops, sorry, mission accomplished, complete the game. Of course, the whole point of this game is to actually build a Dyson Sphere. It's called the Dyson Sphere Program, so it kind of bothers me that it comes up there. Don't know about you guys, but I think that the completion should be building the Dyson Sphere. But neither here nor there. There's a couple of things that we have to do. We're building these items. We're building frame material. Now, our next step is to build these items, which is the Dyson Sphere components. We've got everything we need to do that. We'll just actually start building these. And then we need to build the small carrier rockets. Now, we do have the things that we need to build those as well. But that will be one of the items that's needed to build in the small carrier rockets. And then we also need the antimatter fuel rods. I think I'm building antimatter fuel rods. I need to check. We may have to actually do some production of those for the artificial suns that I brought with me. But the artificial suns will be used in places where I can't really make some of the other things. So let's go here. We'll start the warp engine. Do I have enough warp capacity to get there? I can hope. Oh yeah, I got plenty. We're just about going to try to hit this planet. There we go. And now we can set those things in here, and now we'll let our power regen by standing here while those things go down. There we go. We are producing plenty of these chargers. Now I'm actually charging up. Wow, it is not charging very fast to be standing here between 2 of these things. My energy, it is going up, but it is not going up very fast, is it? Okay. With that in mind, I do have, what we don't have is the rail ejectors. well, we've got the ejection system here to build. I don't have the let's see, that was going to orbit 1. All of those are going to orbit 1. What I was going to do now is let's go to the Dyson Sphere. I've got 2 orbits there. I want to put a 3rd orbit up. Add an orbit. That's actually pretty good. Oh, I have messed something up for sure. There we go. Oh, okay. Let's see. Orbit radius. I want it kind of coming in between these two. See, I don't want it colliding with that one. And that is colliding. So it needs to be a little bit larger on the radius. So it doesn't collide. There we go. And then orbit inclination. Put it into an inclination like that right there. That's what I want. That is what I want. 130 degrees. Longitude. We can wrap it around a couple of different ways, but that's good enough right there. Create. Okay, now this right here is going to be going to orbit 3. Let's get all of these in here, and then we'll bring in some solar cells and send them into space. We also need some graviton lenses if I have any here, so that I can pull power here. But I don't know how much if I actually need that or not. Okay, I can tell when they're now. I can now see the different inclination. You're there. And that's back. So they are all pointing to the right place. So let's bring in local demand. Is not going to do me anything. Let's do remote demand. And I will need some drones. And I'm not shipping any out. So I will need to ship some out. And I don't have any graviton lenses set up here. I haven't done anything there. So let's make sure my power is good on this planet before we leave it. Yeah, we're fine. Okay, so we just need to ship out some graviton, some components. Now we could put some more, we could put another band down here. But for now, we've got this planet set. And this is just a, well, this is not just a, I take that back. I'm actually producing stuff here. I am producing... Yeah, that's good. I'm producing the cells. So this will be the planet where I'm putting my warpers, or my vertical launchers. Let's just, for the purpose of argument's sake for a second, let's come down here. And let's just see if I put that in right there and say I want to supply a 500 local demand. If I remote demand them, nothing happens. That's what I thought. Okay. I will need to produce some of those gravitons and lenses. Wouldn't be a bad thing to do either. If as I get this up and running, I can produce one of these with antimatter. But that's going to be the component here. So let's get out of this. And what I want to do is head over to, as you can see, the Iota Planet 1 over here is setting up here. And then I've got Planet 2. So what we're going to do now is we're going over here to Planet 2, Planet 3. Where we've got, this is, I believe this is a gas giant over here. And let's warp a little bit closer. There we go. This will allow us, I've got some more planetary collectors. We're going to put those down so that we fully bracket the planet with them. We definitely have something going on there on that planet as well. We're harvesting things. Oh boy, there we go. Alright, collecting the gas. And what we'll do here now is orbital collector. We're going to circle, try to go around all the way around the globe here. That is one right there. And we just come in here. So this is part of getting all the things set up that we want to get set up. This gives us more fire ice and hydrogen capabilities. I believe that's what's coming off this planet. I haven't checked to see. I know it's fire ice. Might be other things coming out of here. We'll check it in a minute. Just to make sure what we are getting here. And we're getting my drones are catching up. How many more of these things do I have? I've got 8 more. Now, I don't know if I'm going to get around the planet or not. That'll be an interesting question. Gotta wait on my drones. I outran the drones. There is 6. Sending one back to build that one. There we go. Let's let the drones catch up. There's a bunch of them coming in. I can fly faster than my little drones can. So it takes them a while. There's the last one coming in now. And there we go. Alright, now we can continue on. And I've got plenty of drones to put these things out. And I'm not going to get all the way around. That should be... I may have one more. There we go. That is all of the orbital collectors, and that is fire ice and hydrogen. Okay, with that being the case, let's wonder how much further around here I've got. Let's see if we can break this up. Wow, oh, it's got a ways to go, doesn't it? Okay. Now then, that is a lava planet, and let's see. See if I can get out of the orbit here. Alright, so I've got things on that planet. Let's see, we want to get in here to 1, which is where I am creating my items. Where is 1? Oh, nope, there. There we go. Right over here. So this will be where we finish up at, is right over here. We'll get into our main planet where we're building all this stuff at. And we'll land here on this little rock. Oh, it's like I'm trying my best to miss this thing. Okay, I am going to hit this planet. Well, there we go. And I have a good bit of manufacturing here on this planet. So what we want to do is get some more of this up and running. We definitely have the we have solar cells here. Let's see how many solar cells we're producing. We've got solar cells coming in here, and we've got plenty. let's do remote supply. And that'll send it to the other planet, and that'll start my third ring. And there's the alarm going off on the 30 minutes for the timer. So we are back on this planet. We have resolved the issues, or the missing items that I had from builds. What we'll do is we'll come back into this particular planet, and our goal now is to get to building the next items that we need for the Dyson Sphere. So as I mentioned earlier, we're going to be focusing next on the Dyson Sphere component, and then the small carrier rockets, and then blasting those things into space so that we can actually start building the Dyson Sphere itself. We'll pick up with that in the next episode. That is all for today's video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to hit the like button and leave a comment to let me know what you think. Please subscribe to the channel to be notified when new content is available, and check out the link shown here for more gameplay. Take care.